Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today we're tackling a truly high-stakes topic, and honestly, it's one of the most fascinating applications of tech out there right now, bringing order to the absolute chaos of natural disasters. From hurricanes to earthquakes to massive wildfires, these events are a constant threat, and they obviously cause widespread destruction and tragic loss of life. But today, we're going to explore how data analysis and artificial intelligence are stepping up to the front lines. We'll see exactly how this technology is being used to predict, prepare for, and completely optimize our response to these catastrophic events.
Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to just imagine for a second the sheer unpredictability of a natural disaster. Think about the chaos, the rapidly changing environment, and the overwhelming, almost paralyzing amount of information needed to make life or death decisions on the fly. Now contrast that incredibly unpredictable nature with the lightning-fast, structured processing power of AI. What if we could use artificial intelligence to not just react to these events, but to actually foresee them? As you'll see in this explainer, the ability to predict, prepare for, and respond to disasters with unprecedented precision is fundamentally changing how we safeguard our communities.
So, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. AI and disaster response, 2. Predicting wildfires, 3. Earthquake logistics, and finally, preventing bias.
Let's start with Section 1, AI and disaster response.
You know, when a disaster actually strikes, responders are fighting against completely overwhelming natural forces. And time is absolutely the most precious commodity. We're talking about incredibly complex overlapping challenges here. Responders aren't just dealing with one problem at a time. They have to address immediate threats to life, execute swift decision-making under extreme pressure, optimize the allocation of incredibly limited resources, and somehow facilitate strategic coordination among governments, relief organizations, and everyday volunteers. This whole intricate web of challenges is exactly why advanced data analysis and AI have emerged as the ultimate tools for the job. They are literally uniquely equipped to process massive amounts of complex information in an instant.
Moving right along to Section 2, predicting wildfires. Let's pivot to our first real-world case study, looking at the proactive, predictive power of machine learning. To really ground this, let's look at the devastating California wildfires from 2020 and 2021. This was a recurring, incredibly high-stakes regional threat, and in situations like this, AI, fueled by machine learning, assumes a crucial role. These sophisticated algorithms act almost like diligent investigators, carefully navigating through massive, extensive datasets to identify subtle patterns and correlations that a human could just never spot in time.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is exactly what kind of data the AI is chewing through to predict fire behavior. These algorithms pull in incredibly diverse sets of information. They look at weather patterns to forecast atmospheric conditions, they analyze vegetation health, often using satellite imagery, to identify potential fuel sources for the fire, and they process historical fire data to recognize recurring geographical patterns. By synthesizing all of this together, AI can actually predict the spread of wildfires, which gives communities invaluable time to implement precautionary measures. It's a real game changer. And the crazy part is, the technology doesn't just stop at prediction, it escalates right alongside the disaster. It's a 3-step escalation. Step 1 is predicting that fire behavior via machine learning. Step 2 moves from the digital realm to the physical, deploying unmanned aerial vehicles. We're talking AI-powered drones equipped with thermal imaging. These drones swiftly survey vast regions in real time to identify dangerous hotspot areas. Finally, in Step 3, this real-time data allows firefighting teams to strategize and execute containment efforts with incredible efficiency. It is a complete end-to-end ecosystem of response. All right, let's shift gears to Section 3, earthquake logistics. So let's transition from that proactive phase of wildfires to the rapid, highly reactive logistics required right after a sudden, chaotic event. Take the powerful earthquake that struck Elazığ, Turkey in early 2021. This event obviously posed a severe threat to public safety. In the unfolding aftermath of a sudden disaster like this, the need for rapid, well-informed decision-making is paramount. And here, AI's remarkable ability to process massive seismic datasets allowed authorities to make more accurate predictions of aftershocks and instantly manage disaster relief. This directly saves crucial time and minimizes casualties. To put that into perspective, let's compare how this looks against traditional methods. On the left side here, we have traditional logistics. Now, this heavily relies on waiting for manual damage reports and physical supply chain updates. Actually, it's not just waiting, it's reacting to severely delayed information. It's slow. On the right, we have AI-driven logistics. By analyzing seismic data and satellite imagery, AI can instantly predict structural vulnerabilities, assess the severity of damage across various regions, and prioritize exactly where rescue operations are needed most urgently. It completely flips the script from reactive waiting to immediate triage. But hey, just knowing where the damage is, that only solves half the problem. You still have to get actual supplies and real people to those spots. That is where AI coordination platforms step in, acting essentially as the central nervous system for humanitarian aid. These platforms analyze real-time data to track relief supply bottlenecks before they even happen. They map out the constantly evolving local infrastructure, and importantly, they also analyze socioeconomic data to identify vulnerable populations that might need additional targeted support. They even analyze volunteer availability, literally matching specific skills and geographic proximity to the exact tasks needed on the ground. It's the whole shebang. Which brings us to our final section, Section 4, Preventing Bias. Now, as we've seen, this tech is incredibly powerful, but relying this heavily on data comes with a massive, massive ethical responsibility. So the crucial point we need to define here is algorithmic bias. This is a real risk in disaster response, where an AI system unknowingly favors certain demographics or areas due to flawed or prejudiced historical data. Remember earlier when we talked about how AI relies on historical data to make its predictions? Well, if that past data contains historical biases in how relief was previously distributed, the AI might just blindly replicate those exact same human flaws. And this quote right here brilliantly illustrates the real-world stakes we're talking about. It says, "Imagine an AI system unknowingly favoring certain neighborhoods due to historical biases and past relief efforts. It may neglect vulnerable communities." Think about that. If an AI system is managing emergency supply distribution, a biased algorithm doesn't just mean a bad spreadsheet somewhere. It actively translates into marginalized communities not getting the critical, life-saving relief supplies they desperately need. So, how do we fix this? To make sure AI actually remains a reliable ally, we have to proactively build public trust. And we do that by putting strong ethical AI frameworks into place. This means we've got to integrate diverse, completely new datasets while actively working to correct historical data biases. We have to establish super clear guidelines and standards for how AI is applied in disaster scenarios. But most importantly, it requires fostering deep, ongoing collaboration between the technologists building the systems, the policymakers, and ethicists. Improving the explainability and transparency of these systems is for sure just as vital as the tech advancements themselves. Which leaves us with this powerful, final question to consider. As AI rapidly becomes our absolute greatest ally in a crisis, optimizing our rescues and literally predicting the unpredictable, how do we ensure our algorithms don't leave the most vulnerable people behind? It's a complex, thorny challenge, but it's one we absolutely must navigate to usher in a true era of resilience. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer today. Keep questioning, keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.